You're a New Jersey resident. Have you seen any drones?
Yeah. 2 mornings ago, over my house at 6:15 in the morning. Saw them myself, so did my wife. And so, yeah, they're there. And I've been traveling around New Jersey as I normally do all week. And I can't tell you the number of people who've come up to me concerned about it. And that's
But is this a mass hysteria of some sort?
Well, here's why, George. Because of answers like the secretary just gave. They're not answering the questions.
Well, he said they're monitoring it. They haven't seen any unusual activity, and they need more authority.
Let me tell you something. I agree that they need more authority, but to not say that this is not unusual activity, it's just wrong. I lived in New Jersey my whole life. This is the first time that I've noticed drones over my house, and I was in a restaurant in Monmouth County on Friday night. Had people at the bar coming up to me and saying, "Governor Murphy won't tell me anything. The president won't tell me anything. Do you know?" Like, well, I don't know, but I will tell you this. I think this is what happens in our society now, George, because we're used to having things so rapidly. If you don't fill that vacuum, then all the conspiracy theories get filled in there. So you've got people like Congressman Jeff Van Drew saying there's an Iranian mothership off the coast of New Jersey.
True.
Absolutely not true. And provably now not true. And he's had to back off that. You can't have conspiracy theorists filling the space. But the Biden administration and state authorities have to be more vocal and let people know exactly what they're doing. This interview this morning was a bit of a better step, but I think much too little too late. And when people see this kind of activity, it's a newish technology to most people, and they're worried about it and concerned. And to the extent they're following things around the world, they hear about drones being deployed in Ukraine all the time as weapons. And us deploying drones as weapons at times. So you can see why people are concerned, and it's a lack of communication from the government at the federal and state level that's at fault here.
So you don't think it's this kind of thing where once people become focused on it, they naturally see things that they wouldn't necessarily have paid attention to in the past?
I think that there's some of that, but I can tell you from the activity, I mean, look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not looking for things I don't need. At 6:15 yesterday morning, or 2 mornings ago, that was a drone over my house. And I've never seen anything like that before, and I've been living at that house for 30 years.
So if you were governor right now, what kind of authority would you want to have?
I'd want our state police to be able to have the authority to bring those drones down and find out why they're doing what they're doing. And of course, we'd have to coordinate with the FAA, but we do that kind of coordination both when I was U.S. attorney, as a law enforcement officer, and as governor all the time to be able to have shared authority. But the states do not have enough authority now to do what they need to do. And what we're going to find, George, is you're going to have individuals acting as drone vigilantes, and they're going to start taking them down. That's not what we want, because they're now an important part of commerce, and law enforcement uses them frequently for surveillance and other things. We need to be able to operate in a safe way, and we're not doing that.
I want to ask you about Chris.